everyone, welcome back to a new video. So today I'm going to be doing a behind the scenes video of a photo shoot, but I'm not really sure what I'm shooting yet. It's going to be a product photo shoot and I have the products I want to shoot, which I'll show you in a minute, but I just don't know exactly what I'm doing or what I want the theme to be or even where I'm going to shoot it because I haven't really had time to plan this, but I know what I'm shooting. Well, the object I'm shooting anyway, and it's going to be a product shoot, but that's as far as I've got. So the subject of today's shoot is this gorgeous mug that my sister got me for Christmas because I feel it deserves to be memorialized in a photo shoot because, I mean, like, just look at it. How gorgeous is this mug? Yeah, I love this mug. It also came with a matching spoon, which is currently in the drawer. So yeah, I'm going to be shooting this mug. But I'm just not sure what kind of theme to go with. Because if you look at it, you can see it's, it's glass and kind of gold, but it also has flowers on it. So with that information, I have kind of two options, 2.5. So I could go with like a flower theme and go more like, green, and I have loads of fake flowers and stuff. And I could do like more of a flowery kind of theme. Or I could take inspiration from the gold and do more of a gold luxury kind of product shoot. But I'm not sure which one I want to do. And then also, because it's glass, I can also use that to my advantage and try and get some cool light effects and stuff. If I use my light correctly, I can get some like cool colors or something. So those are my options. I just don't know which one I'm gonna go for yet. Also, just before we continue, I know that my Christmas decorations are still up. I'm filming this on the 8th of January, but I don't know when it's gonna go up. So, you could be seeing this video in like February. So just to be clear, it's the 8th of January right now, which is why the decorations are still up. I'm taking them down tomorrow, but I needed to get this video filmed first. So I think what I'm gonna do is I just need to get, my stuff together. I need to get on my background and set up lights and play with lights and stuff. I've got my flashes somewhere around here. Don't know where I put them. So yeah, I just need to like tidy up. I think I'm gonna do it in the kitchen because I've got a nice surface there. And just kind of clear the space, get everything out, and then once I've got everything out, I can see what I've got, have a bit of a play, maybe do a bit of sketching, and see which idea I want to go with. Or I might just end up doing both. I got time, it's like 11, so I got all day. So yeah, I might just do both, but we will see. I'm gonna get everything out and just sort my life out, and then I'll see if I can make a decision. So it means you're actually gonna get to see some of the behind the scenes of the thought process and the planning rather than just the actual shooting today, which is pretty cool. That's what I'm going with anyway, rather than just, I don't know what I'm doing. Anyway, let's go get the stuff out. The lighting in this kitchen is terrible, so I apologise. But I've made some progress. So, can you see the gold flowers behind me? I found those, and they are the perfect way to combine my two ideas, which is great. I had to dig my backgrounds, which is just 2 pieces of paper from Hobbycraft, out of the cupboard. So that was a bit of a hassle because I had to move everything because this is kind of the corner where I dump shit. But yeah, I've dug them out. I got both the black and white one out. I think I'm going to use white, but if I change my mind, I didn't want to have to move everything again and get it back out. So yeah, I've got my 2 backgrounds out. I did also grab my coloured ones, but I don't think I want to use colour. I think I want to use black or white. But I got them out anyway. just in case. And yeah, I found these. They were kind of hidden by the Christmas tree, which is why I forgot about them. And I have a very love-hate relationship with these because they're gorgeous, and I've used them in like 12 photo shoots or something over the last few years. However, they drop glitter everywhere. So, you know, they're amazing, but I also hate them. So, and it, you know, I've already got glitter on my hands and it's going to be there for months. But they are the perfect solution to combine the two ideas, because obviously they're flowers, but they're also gold. I also have these statue things that I got from HomeSense when I first moved in here, which kind of fit the kind of luxury vibe. So I may use these. I'm just kind of experiment, do some with them, some without them. I think I might use, I bought a pair of trainers yesterday and the shoebox is white. So I might use that shoebox to like put one of these on. But they're also quite big, so I don't want them to like, you know, overtake the mug, because that still needs to be the center of attention. So these might be a bit big, but I'm going to try and use them anyway. And yeah, they're from HomeSense if you're interested in getting them. I also found this gold magnifying glass, which I believe is also from HomeSense actually, just while I was digging for props. And I grabbed it because it's gold, so it fits the theme. Probably won't use it, but I thought I'd grab it anyway. And then I also just have my miscellaneous things. I got this in case I want to try and manipulate light. And also this, which I put over the lens of my camera sometimes to make the photos kind of like dreamy. I did it for the behind the scenes of the outside nature photo shoot, so you can go and watch that video if you want to see me using it. Might not use this, but again, I thought I'd bring it down anyway. Saves me another trip upstairs, you know? I also have my prism to manipulate light as well. I did get some of my other fake flowers down, but honestly, I'm not going to use those. I'm going to use these. But I can't be bothered to put them away yet, so they're just over there. I then of course have the actual mug, and this is the matching spoon, but I'm not sure if I'm going to use this because you can see all the details on the mug are gold and the handle on the spoon is gold. However, the actual spoon itself is silver, which kind of ruins the aesthetic. So I'm not sure if I'm going to use this. I might be able to get away with it because I can just color correct it slightly in Photoshop. But I may or may not use this. So those are all of my props, but before we get into the actual shooting, I wanted to show you the gear I'm using. So obviously I have my X Pro 2, as always. I'm just going to be using my kit lens for this because, I mean, I have 3 prime lenses, but it's just kind of a hassle to switch between them, and there's not much point when I'm just doing a product shoot. So I'm just going to use my zoom lens 18 to 55 millimeters. Yeah, just my normal camera, not doing anything fancy. For the lights, I have these Nikon speed lights that were handed down by my dad. I've got 2 of these and I'm going to use these to light the setting. I'm going to have to play with them again because every time I use these I kind of forget how to use them. But yeah, I'm going to be using these, and I also have an adapter so that I can use the Nikon lights with my Fuji camera. So this is the adapter because obviously, you know, Nikon and Fuji are different brands. And this little adapter just goes on top of the camera like that, and then I can use the Nikon lights with my Fuji camera. So yeah, that is all of my gear and all of my props. I am now going to find some masking tape and stick my background to the wall and just get started, pretty much. So, it's actually a week and a half later. The shoot does not go as planned. I was humming and hawing over, you know, do I just scrap this video? Do I just like put the same outfit on and pretend that it's the same day? Do I just, you know, restart it? But I've decided, you know, it's meant to be a behind the scenes video, and you know, stuff doesn't always work out. In fact, it often doesn't. So I wanted to show kind of the reality, and you know, sometimes stuff just doesn't work. And the thing that didn't work was my flashes. I've never been a huge fan of flashes just because I find them to be temperamental, you know, because I mean, whenever you're using technology, it's always a bit temperamental. You know, technology is great until it doesn't work, which is like 90% of the time. So, you know, I've never been a huge fan of flashes. I would much rather, you know, rely on natural light. However, for something like product, you obviously need flashes. And I cannot tell you what the problem was, because as far as I can tell, there was no problem. Every single setting on my flashes and my camera was correct. I went into the archives on my computer to dig out some old college coursework because I knew that I'd taken a photo of the settings on my flash like this time last year for a product shoot I did for college, and so I knew that I'd then be able to see what the settings were, and they were exactly the same, exactly as I remembered them being. I mean, I never changed them apart from, you know, how powerful the light is. And then obviously I turn it on and off. And, you know, I went into my camera, I just turned everything on and off like 12 times. You know, I changed the setting and then reset it back to what it was in case it just needed like a reset, and it wouldn't work. But then, you know, a day later when I went back to it to see what the hell was wrong, I turned it on and it worked immediately. So the settings were correct the whole time, which I proved by going into the archive, and also like I never changed them. So like, unless there's a ghost who's been changing my flash settings, you know, so there was nothing wrong with it. And yet it worked the day after, and it just would not work on the day of the shoot. I don't know why, I still don't know what the problem was. As I said, I tested them the day after and they worked fine. I've used them for another shoot since then. I've just tested them now and they're working fine again. So I could not tell you what the problem was, but they just weren't working. So yeah, obviously I was not able to do the shoot on that day since, you know, a very key piece of equipment just wasn't working for literally no reason. If anyone has any ideas as to why it wasn't working, please let me know, because I honestly could not tell you what was wrong. Every single setting was correct. I have not changed a single setting. I just turned it off and on again like 12 times, and on the 12th time it worked. I don't know what was wrong with it, but it wasn't working. So obviously that was stressful and it didn't work, so I couldn't do the shoot if the flashes weren't going to work. But they seem to be working now. Again, I don't know what the problem was, but they're working now, so that's fine. And we're going to continue with the shoot. The positive though to, you know, taking a week and a half to do this shoot is that I have had time to think about the shoot a bit more, and I have a much clearer idea of what I want to do. I don't think I'm going to use these statues. Can you just see those? Yes, you can. I think instead, you can see I've got this, I don't know what it's called. It's this stuff. I used it in my like outside shoot, and I put it over my camera lens sometimes, which creates kind of like a dreamy look to the photo. I believe it was packaging for something that I bought when I moved in here, but I don't remember what it was packaging for. Maybe a mattress or a piece of furniture, I'm not really sure. But it was packaging. And I think I'm gonna kind of, you know, scrunch this up underneath the mug to create kind of, you know, just some texture underneath and a bit more interest, rather than just, you know, just a mug in a white box. I wanted a bit of texture. So I'm gonna use this, which I don't know what it's called. If anyone knows what it's called, feel free to leave it in the comments, because I have no idea. I still have my gold flowers on the floor here that I think I may use. I'll do some with, some without. And I'm also going to actually put some tea in the mug. Again, I'm going to do some with the mug empty and then fill it with tea and do that. Hopefully I'll be able to make tea, because even though that's probably one of the easiest things to make, if you've been around for a while, you'll know that, you know, I'm good at a lot of things, but anything in the kitchen, not one of them. Maybe that's why the flashes weren't working, because I'm shooting in the kitchen. Who knows? But you know, tea is pretty easy, so hopefully I'll be okay with that. So now that I finally got the flashes to work, still don't know what the problem was, but now that they're working, I'm going to continue with the shoot as planned and hopefully get some good photos out of it. Okay, I'm really happy with how these are turning out. I think they're going to be great. I've currently got the mug filled with tea. I had to text my mum and ask how to make tea because I don't drink tea or coffee. The only thing I drink is water and hot chocolate. Yes, I'm very boring, and so therefore, I mean, I thought it was pretty much boil the kettle, add a tea bag, done. And obviously you can add like sugar, but I'm not gonna drink it, so I don't care how it tastes. But you know, I trust my mum more than Google, and I'm terrible in the kitchen, so you know. But I wanted to make the tea hot specifically because I wanted kind of the condensation and the steam. But I think I'm going to take a break. One, because I'm quite tired, and two, because I want the tea to cool so that the condensation will now leave, so that I can get like a clear, because, you know, I still want the tea in the mug, but I want to be able to see, you know, the glass to be clear, which a lot of people, if they were doing product, they would just have it cold in the first place so that you wouldn't get the condensation. But I did want it, so yeah, I'm gonna let it cool down so that the condensation will disappear. And I don't know, maybe tidy up in the meantime because I have made a mess. And we're done. I'm really happy with how these have turned out. I think they're going to be really great. Obviously, I have not edited them yet, but I think they're going to turn out great. I'm really happy with the raw images, so yes. It was a bit of a rocky start, but we're fine now. I'll talk about the shoot a little bit more and outro the video in a minute, but first of all, I need to tidy up because I have made a royal mess of my house. So as I am now editing this video months into the future, I realised that either I forgot to film an outro or the footage just got lost somewhere because there is no outro in the folder. Clearly this particular shoot was just rife with technical difficulties. So obviously it's been a long time since I actually filmed this video, almost 6 months to be exact. So I have no idea what it was that I was going to say or that I did say. But I will now say that I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you like how the photos turned out. I really like how the photos turned out despite all of the technical difficulties, which apparently also extended to the actual filming of said video for some reason. Still don't know why the flashes didn't work to this day, by the way. So again, if you know why they did not work, leave it in the comments because I'm still completely at a loss. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video and liked the photos, and this is just a really good example of how technology often just doesn't work, and you really just have to learn to adapt when it comes to things like this. You just have to take it in your stride and keep going because these sorts of things happen all too often. But yeah, that is the end of this video. So like I said, I hope you enjoyed. If you have any recommendations or things you would like to see me shoot, leave them in the comments below and I will see what I can do. I now have a full studio in my new house, so I can do all sorts of fun things. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed and I will see you in the next video.